We've been making a lot of competitive guides on the One Piece channel here at Mr. Pow. I think it's time we spice it up with some Red Yellow Sabo. Red Yellow Sabo is a very interesting leader that basically for times 1 Dawn attached to the leader, you can add a 7,000 power type character on your board to the top of your life and then give another character plus 2,000 power. So there's red power advantages, yellow life manipulation, and there's a strong go up package. You remember Black Yellow Luffy, how strong this deck was. You remember Blue Yellow Ace, how nobody really cared for it. And now you have Red Yellow Sabo. Basically, we took VV Theory and we put him on this channel, so it's gonna be me today. I'm VV Theory. I'm super excited to play this one. Tomorrow will be our Blackbeard video on the Black competitive guides, but I wanted to take a day off because we've been grinding on ranked. We're up to like 300 million berry bounty. I'm tired of playing so much competitive. Let's have some fun today with Goa Kingdom Red Yellow Sabo. With that being said, here is our leader. You may add one cost 3 or higher character with 7,000 power or more to the top of your life. Face up, give it to one of your characters plus 2,000 until the start of your next turn. So basically, we have a long of strong options. We have this Luffy, we have this Luffy, and you'll see what the Goa Kingdom package is. So that's going to be this, which is Rush. When attacking, give up to one of your leaders or characters 1 Rested Dawn, meaning if we already have a 7,000 power character, we can give the Rested Dawn to our leader. If we need this to become 7,000 power, we give the Rested Dawn to itself. If that's all set up, we're good to go. And then we already have one of these Luffys on the board, which is like the Black Yellow Luffy matchups. You may trash this character, reveal the top card of your life. If that character is a Monkey D. Luffy card with a cost of 5, if you may play it and your leader gets plus 2,000 until the start of your next turn or the end of your opponent's turn. We do the same thing with this Ace, which basically just has Rush if you have 2 or less life, and this Ace, which plays it out and gives your leader plus 2,000. We're playing some amazing yellow triggers because we are a yellow deck at the end of the day, with Kuma being able to play itself out if you have 5 or less total life between you and your opponent. Satori forcing you to discard a card but playing itself out as active, really helping us really keep tempo on the board. To keep consistent, we're running Garp, which looks at the top 5 for a Ace, Luffy, or Sabo, which you don't see Sabo in this deck list because there's not really great Sabo options as you can see below. The best Sabo option is going to be this 5 cost, but it forces you to trash a life, and with our deck it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. It's not worth it to play with this 2 cost Sabo, but being searchable, it may be something to tech in the future. We're running this Kid Killer, which basically if your opponent has 2 or less life, this character gains plus 2,000, so it becomes a 7,000 power naturally, goes to the top of our life, and if our opponent hits us, we do it to him again. We have Karasu, which if it has 7,000 power or more, gives one of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 1,000 power, which is Chef's Kiss, Belo Betty, up and up, we like that. We got Koala, which gives one of your opponent's characters minus 3,000 power for the turn, so we can help control the board, get removal, do what we need to, etc, etc. We have Sanji, this character gains plus 3,000 on your turn, you put a Dawn on it, now it's a 7k, goes to the top of your life, and on KO, if you can't do that, you get to draw a card, so it replaces itself, which is really good. We also have Tony Chopper to get through these as fast as we can. This is a blocker that's a 2k counter, and on your opponent's turn, this character has plus 2,000, so it's basically our blocker of the deck. You kind of need them, just to be honest. We're also running 4 of this Nami. This Nami just gives a Rested Dawn to our leader. If this sticks on the board, it's, again, another Chef's Kiss, because we're cooking up here. This thing basically just makes it where if we have this early, this effect becomes free because we put the Dawn on itself and then swing in for 7. We can also just put an extra Dawn on a 6 Dawn turn to make this Luffy, which has Rush and then times 2 Dawn. Your opponent cannot activate blockers during this battle, which helps against the Black Yellow Sabo, or the Blackbeard matchup, which we'll be taking on tomorrow on competitive guides, as we just mentioned. And to finish off the deck list, we're running Flampe because it allows you to draw a card. Cool. That one's kind of simple. It's a 2k counter. So we're running a ton of 2k counters, in my opinion. We're running, what, 8, 10, 12, 14 2k counters, but a lot of these counters are going to be playable in the deck, so it helps to run a little extra because a lot of deck lists don't do that when they play their 2ks. They still run 10 to 12, and it's like you want to put this Chopper on the board as a blocker because it's just so strong. So it's not something we can really sit there and not put on the board, if that makes any sense at all. So anyways, that's going to be the deck list. Again, big shout out to VV Theory. We basically stole his matchup. I just took out the Frankies and moved them for Kumas, and I wanted to test out a Goa Kingdom Sabo. This is a high skill level deck, and so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're looking to support the guy whose deck this is, it's going to be right here, VV Theory. Give him a follow. He's linked down below. I really enjoy his content. I think you would too, especially if you enjoy mine. I think his is just mine and better. So definitely give him a follow. Great content on a bunch of different decks, and he posts so much. So you can always get stuff live 3 days a week, whatever. Giving you a little rundown. Join him down below. Join our Discord down below. Subscribe, all that good jazz. I'll see you in the deck. Let's play a game with Red Yellow Sabo. I just want you guys to know I'm not a pro with this deck. I think we're going to take first just because that's their best curve. And we're going to look in that hand. I'd like to have some kind of searcher or something. We'll go with a Garp. We'll search the top 5 cards of our deck, grab the Rush Luffy here, and pass to our opponent. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. I don't think it's favorable for us, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not a red, yellow, Sabo main or anything. But man, we could get 3 Rested Dawn every turn. That's all I'm saying. We could literally play all 3 of these out and swing 5 and 5, which would be kind of fun. We may actually do that just for the goofs. Tell me this would not be hilarious. We're going to have a little fun today, guys. We're not playing competitive. We're not try-harding. We're just going to mess around a little bit because this is silly. Oh no, he's gone. I think that was funny. Definitely worth it there. We're going to take... Man, you're going to get me to trigger this right now. The worst part's I'm going to do it. We're going to get rid of the Flampe because we're not going to use it anyways. We're going to put a Satori on the board. Getting a great trigger. They're going to play a Weevil. Drawing card's going to be very good. Oh my lordy lore. Oh, we don't have a way to play this out. That could have been so much fun. That could have been so much fun. I think what we're going to do here is play out Karasu minus the leader. We can swing in for 6, and then we can swing in for 6. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Because what we can do here is put Karasu on the top of our life. What we should have done is done this first, put Karasu on the top of our life, and then we could have gotten another 2,000. But we can give that 2,000 and we can swing in for another 6. We did misplay. We did do it out of order, but that was definitely fun, and I think that was definitely worth it. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Now we have a 7k body on the board, so it's like if you want to kill it, you have to put Dawn on there. So I'm kind of fine with them killing this guy and then just not hitting me. I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. You knock him out. What are you going to do now? Because if you hit me, I get a Karasu, and you don't want to deal with... What? What a jerk. We do not like this. We do not like this. We're going to take very aggressively here. We are going to take very aggressively. We're going to keep going. Run it. We're going to swing in for 7. We're going to attach a Rested Dawn to our leader. Add this to the top. Give plus 2,000 to Nami. We're going to swing in with the Nami. We're going to actually play out Luffy. Pop it. Deploy a card. Now we have an 8,000k leader. We're going to swing in for... What can we do here? Do we have these still? We do still have these. We don't have this one. So we could go attach a Rested Dawn, attach a Rested Dawn. So now we can swing in for 5 at life. We're going to swing in for 7 at life. And then we're going to swing in for 8 at life. What are you going to do now, bucko? What are you going to do now? You're telling me these Namis are not fire right now. We're going to let it go. We have Karasu. I think we're kind of chilling. Just don't put out a blocker and we'll just win. If you want to hear the truth here, we do that. They should have put a Dawn here on the character, and they bottom deck one of them. Oh, he's cooking with the Boa and the blue Doflamingo. He uses the teach effect to actually cheat out a body. We have to take aggressively here to go down because they're swinging 9 into our face here. My goodness. My goodness. So what we can do here is Karasu, the leader, swing in for play out the Nami, put a Dawn on Nami, put a Dawn on leader, add Nami to the top of life, make Karasu stronger. It doesn't do anything for us here, but it helps us. It helps us a lot. Trust. We're going to swing in for 7. We at least have a body on the board. And now we just have to not lose this turn. Bruh. This guy's going to hit us with everything he's got right now. I think we just take. I think we're just cooked. I would say we're cooked. I would say we're done for. If we count out of this, then he just swings 5 and then just swings 8. It's mathematical. Mathematical. Yep. Now he just has to swing 9. But 1 Dawn here. Game. I could misplay. Oh, he doesn't misplay. What a jerk. GG's to our opponent. Doflamingo's hard. That one was a lot of fun, though. Guys, we're just having fun today. Let's just enjoy the day. That one was fun. Oh, no. Banish is coming in. This is not going to be good looks for the deck that plays off triggers. We're going first. We have 2 of these again. We're not keeping that. Not keeping that. I'll take this. Holy cow, that was bad. I'll take 2 of these guys. 2 of these guys are actually pretty sweet, especially when we're going second here. We're going to go ahead and grab ace. Because we already have the ace there, so it could be good later on. And then we're going to grab, that would be such a good grab right there. But we're going to grab another Luffy and pass. So they're going to be able to ramp up right now. They're going to be able to banish our life. They're going to swing in for 8, and we're cooked because we are not countering out of this. You will not catch me countering out of an 8 this early. I'm going to wait, lose the life. It's okay because we can gain life later. We may go ahead and put Karasu on the board. We could also, they don't run a ton of removal, but we don't know what this deck is running. They probably play Banish here, like a Banish Nico Robin. That would not be bueno. That would not be bueno. So we could go ahead and put down these guys and be able to cheat them out next turn, especially if we do take the next life, and then we put the ace on the top, and then go from there with the 1 extra Dawn for leader. Let's swing in for 7 and put one of these bodies on the board. I think we put the Luffy on the board, though. I think it may... Let's Karasu. Let's be greedy. We're going to Karasu here, swinging for 5. They should take aggressively just because they get to heal back very quickly. I don't think we have to go for the big hits yet. I think it would be convenient, but it's not guaranteed even at the end of the day if we do that. So having the extra bodies on the board gives us stuff to gain life and control the board later on. So with us being more of a mid-range build for this, in my opinion, I think that's the best option. It's a mid-range aggro, but it is what it is. He's going to go and swing 5 in our face, and we're going to go and give him a truck and a mother truck and a 2K counter. We're giving him a 2K counter here. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. Ooh, the 1 extra, so that's basically a free Dawn. We could give that to leader, so we could play this, go do. If we swing in 6, give a rested Dawn to Karasu, give an active Dawn to Karasu, but then we don't have a Dawn for our leader to even put him there. So what we need to do here is play out. Man, if we would have set up, now we could have aced. Oh no, because we couldn't add anything because we wouldn't have anything else on the board. Let's swing in for 7. I think that's what we do here. Oh, I see the math now. I figured it out. So now what we do is we put it on here. We add ace to the top, give him plus 2,000. Now we swing in for 7 on 4, basically forcing them to take even more or counter out very aggressively. And then we swing in for 6 because there ain't no tricks. They probably should have taken that last one. It would have been a little less. Run it. Run it. That's a horrible trigger for us. Soul Focus is such an underrated card. I actually have found I really enjoy this card in yellow, especially right now. If we're playing triggers, you might as well go all the way. So that one's kind of enjoyable. But we'll see what our opponent cooks up here. We do have a 7K character on the board. We have a solid amount of counter, a solid 4K counter. Not a ton, but it is what it is. They have the Rosinante to be able to discard the It's to Die For. Ooh, what are we swinging 7 into? What are you swinging 7 into? If they're swinging 7 into life, we are just going to take. You don't need a ramp at this point. It would be goofy too. We're going to go 2-2, 2-1, and then if they swing 6, we're going to take. If they swing 7 here, we're going to counter. All right, looks like a plan to me. We're going to go ahead and swing in for, I think this is how we do it. Boom, swing in, give a rested Dawn, correct? Good for you. We're going to add Luffy to the top of our life, give +2 to Karasu. We're going to swing in again, 7 on 4. I think we just win here. I think we just win here. Now we're going to swing in for 6. Ain't no tricks. Oh, we messed up. We messed up. Oh no. Oh no. We should have done the Luffy effect first. We could have swung in for 8. We could have done 7, 8. Never punished. Never punished. We cooked. If they can get out of 7 and can't get out of 8, we're done for. They could have gotten out of either one, so it's really fine. We did do a misplay there, but they could have gotten out of either one. So it's easier to get out of this, though, being a 7 into 8, then they would have need to have given us an extra card, but they probably would have gone giant on the 7 anyways, and then taken the 8, because they took the 7 or the 6 with leader, so it would have gone either way. And I think they did that. I think either way, we were going to be fine there. So we do have another Rosinante hitting the board. If you have 7 or more Dawns, set 2 of them as active at the end of your turn. Discard a event and then draw 2 cards. It's going to be a really good filter if you're playing an event-heavy deck, which it looks like they are for ramp. You got It's to Die For, Gum Giant, It's to Die For, Soul Focus. I'm liking this Robin build, guys. We might cook up with this Robin build very soon. The only issue is they did not heal this turn, so oopsie. What do you do then? What do you do then? We only have 2K counter in hand, which is not grand, and they have 3 swings on the board. So if they swing in for 6, we counter. If they swing in for 6 again, we counter. And then they swing in for 7, we're cooked. So 7 into 6. The most they could go is 8 now, and then 5 in a life. So we're gonna have to let one of these die, so it might as well be this. It's gonna force them to, well, we could have counted out, but then he could easily kill both of them for free, so he could have just gone 6 and then 7, because he'd have no cards in hand. So this puts him in the position where he has to put 2 Dawn on Rosinante, in my opinion. Or he can go 7 into face. I guess that's an option. I would say so. I'll counter 1. And he quits so quickly. Holy cow. GG to our opponent. On to the next one. Belo Betty. So Yellow Revo versus Red Yellow Revo. I think they like to go first because of that 5 cost of Ivankov, so we're going to take that away from them. We have 4 options. We're going first, though, so we need 5 and 3 options. We're going to mulligan that hand. I don't think that's what you call cooking. We're going to pass right here. We may just have to swing 8 early. We have our cat down here at our feet going crazy, wanting all the attention she can. I don't think this matchup is great for us because we are not the, what is it called? We're not removable based. We can't really clear their board pretty easily. All we can do right here is basically swing in for 8. What we could do also is just play down the koala because we know we're not going to counter out of the swings that they put down anyways for the most part. Just be able to clear the Belo Betty for free basically and continue aggression. So we may actually do that. I'm going to swing in for 6 here, and it's an option we can always add to the top of our life or give extra power to in the future. So I don't think this is a horrible play. I don't think it's the best play, but I think it's the luck of the draw. being on 3 and not really having options for 3. So I think Sabo likes to go second, I'm assuming, because you can now play down the new Luffy and go from there and do whatever. They take aggressively. Play down Koala, pass the turn. Again, it just gives us something to clear this Belo Betty, or at least try to. Because we are going into 5, so what we can do is not much, but they are going to leader effect here. They're going to swing in 5, and then they're going to swing in for 5. We're okay taking 1 and then counting out the other, so we'll take the first one just to see what we have that we're working with. They're going to go ahead and buff these 2 up, and then leader effect, or a Ivankov effect to cheat out a Lindbergh. Lindbergh being able to pop a 3,000 power or less, so we better get something out of this Koala very soon. Let us take. See what happens. We get the Sanji. The Sanji would be great for our 3, but we didn't get it early enough, so I think we might just drop the Sanji. We could also just play the Sanji, add the life. Because we could also just Kuma next turn. We could Karasu, lower the leader, swing in for 6. We won't have a way to bounce anything higher, but I'm trying to think if this is good to just add to the top of our life. Hold on to the Kuma to add to the top of our life later. So we play this for 3, put 1 on lead, swing 3 into 2, swing 6 in a face, put Sanji on the top of our life, or to play out Karasu next turn, develop the Karasu. I think we'll go with the Karasu and see how it goes. I'm a little greedy for Karasu. I like that man a lot. He's pretty cool. Pretty cool character in the show too, especially if you're all the way caught up. If you're all the way caught up on the One Piece anime, comment down below. I'd love to know that. Now that I know we have this, I wanted to keep the Sanji. I could have developed both the bodies and then done some crazy combos next turn with the Luffy. But now that's not gonna happen. That's alright though. Oh, whoa. You wanna do that now? I'm gonna swing 5 into your character and then I'm gonna play down the Luffy and keep the counter in hand. Because now next turn I can do some shenanigan again with this Luffy. That's crazy. They can bump 3 characters. Are we too stressed about it at that point if they want to really save that many characters? I guess we'll kill it. I don't know. That seems like such a waste. That seems like such a waste. You know what? Screw them. Race me. No trigger, no fear. This Lindbergh's going to be able to clear this out very easily. He's going to be able to clear my Luffy probably very easily as well. That's going to be the only issue going into this next turn. So we're going to have to figure this out very easily, because what he can do is just leader effect, swing 8 into Luffy, pop this, kill this, because I'm not going to counter out, swing twice, 3 times, and trice into my life, as they call it, trice into my life, cheat out another body with this Ivankov. Oh, we might be cooked. Play out Inazuma. Inazuma now has rush, so now they leader effect, discard a card, Inazuma, Lindbergh, Ivankov, swing in for 6, 8, pop, KO, 8, 7, 6. So we have to be able to get out of the 6 and then take the 7 and 8. Hope for a good trigger. Fingers crossed. Probably not. They do drop a 2k counter, so we have to take that into account as we continue this game, because that means they either have a ton of counter or they have a ton of good options and they're not scared of dying. Because if they clear out a whole board, they basically don't die. So we're going to need to find an ace here. They choose to buff these and then not use this. I don't think that's correct, but who's to say? 8 in the face. Take. Ooh. I'm showing them I'm not scared. I think they misplayed though. They should have made the Inazuma stronger, in my personal opinion. So they could go 5. We get out of the other 2 5s pretty easily. We take the 8. Or they could go 5. They could go 6 and then 9. And then that puts us on 0. We have to win on the next turn. But I think we can win on the next turn. That's the worst part. So we're going to 2, 1. That's 3. We just need to be able to get out of one of these, right? Or no, we need to be able to get out of both, and we can. So take. We're just going to win on this next turn. I'm showing them I'm not scared to die. Oh, I'm a little more scared to die. I'm a little more scared. I'm a scared little boy. 1k. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. They are going to kill my board, though, because I countered out. They don't need to put me on 0 life then. They're just going to swing 8 here. We're not going to be able to get out of it. That's going to be the smart play. They should do that correctly. Yep. So 1 card in hand. No blockers. Wait, we can't even do all this. Oh, no. We can't double dip on the Luffy because we don't have the rested Dawn. We don't have the extra. I thought we'd be at least at 8. Oh no, our table. All we needed was a Nami on the board earlier. Not this Nami, the Sanji Nami, but an actual Nami. Hold up. What if we did this and it ripped? We should have swung 5 at face first, to be fair. What if we did this and it ripped right now? We were meant to lose anyways. It doesn't freaking matter. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. We were going to lose no matter what. They had a freaking Karasu blocker. What if this ripped? Oh, dude, that would have been crazy. GG's to our opponent. We're on to the next one. Well, let us see how we do into this matchup right here into Blackbeard. Let's go second this time, which I think is what we're supposed to do. Keep a strong hand like this because we should have our own plays and see what we can cook up. I'm just worried about the Doc Q being able to get rid of our Nami very easily, but it is what it is. They're going to play down the stage, ditching the stage, and they're going to grab a Lafitte. The feet are in. So we're gonna play down Garp, gonna search up a Rush Luffy, that is. We're gonna play down, we can just play this down on 3, right? Or we can play down the Nami. We're gonna play on another Garp just to get our on plays, because I don't think that's a bad option here. We're gonna grab another rush option. This is an on play rush option though, so this is not as good. Not as good at all. This is at least rush, just automatic. This is on play. So the ace is not nearly as good in this matchup. Keep that in mind, because on plays are not gonna be here. They play the Lafitte. We have things to swing into the Lafitte, so not too stressed about it. Looks like they may swing 6 into us. I can usually give them a 2K, I feel like. We're going into 4 on the next turn, so we can do some shenanigans if we need to. If we top deck a Sanji, that would be cool too. This is going to be an easy clear here. They played This Is My Age, look at the top of the deck. And ooh, we may actually counter out. I think we would have countered out of the 6 or the 5. They should grab a Kuzan here, ditching a Kuzan and a Burgess into the trash. Choosing not to play Burgess means they're going to go Kuzan soon, probably on the next turn. So we don't have to worry about too many things, but we are going to counter out aggressively here. We don't really have a way to gain life or do anything like that, so I'm not too stressed about it. We are going to 4 Dawn, so we should be able to rush them down a teeny tiny bit with the Kid Killer. Now, ace is going to be all right. Again, not too much we can do here. We're going to swing in for 5, 2 into 1. Should clear that very easily. We're going to swing 5 in a face, and then we could go ahead and go Luffy. Could have even gone 6. I think we're going to try the Luffy play, see if we can keep it up. If we can keep this Luffy on the board right here and they don't remove it, we're going to be big chilling. If we can keep the Luffy and the Nami, though. So that's going to help with the Kuzan play. Basically just stopping the Kuzan play, because Kuzan would not be very good here. Van Augur wouldn't be good here either. Basically any other 5 Dawn play. They need to be playing some kind of removal right here. And so they ditch a Shiryu, which I think Shiryu would have been actually very strong to play right there, in my opinion. But hey, we're just messing around, having some fun. We're playing Goa Kingdom, Red Yellow Sabo. This is my first time ever playing Red Yellow Sabo. Oh, they did have the Shiryu. They popped the Luffy. That sucks, but it is what it is. We're gonna be able to gain a life for free basically next turn anyway, so it is what it is, as they say. We're going to go ahead and probably take the 6 because we're going to gain a life anyways next turn, so I hope they swing into me. Yep, they do. We get this Luffy instead, which is going to help finish off the game so well. Chef's kiss. I wish we could find some other kind of option here, but it is what it is. Having the ace would have been nice, but we do not. Ooh, the Sanji. This late, though. I don't like that. We're going to not play out Luffy just yet. No, we have to play. It sucks that we have to do things in this kind of order. So we're going to swing in for... We're going to give a Rested Dawn just in case. We're going to swing in for 7 just in case. Now we're going to bounce, add 2K. We're going to swing in for another 5 here. Just to get more aggression on. Forcing cards out of hand. They give us a 2K counter Shiryu, the other Shiryu. And then we're going to swing in for 6 and pass. So this is going to be a 4K body. It's better. It's not much better, but it is better, technically. We still have the Luffy. We still have the Kid Killer. We have a ton of rush options in hand and 2K counter, which 2K counter here, very good. Exactly what we needed, right? They played on the Kuzan now. They go ahead and use the ability to draw a card and then be able to play a different body on the board. This is replacing itself for 5 Dawn, probably playing out Burgess, maybe a Shiryu. Shiryu to pop the Nami, I would expect, just because it's a free Dawn every turn. Probably smart to do that. Should swing 5 here into the Garp, just to not give us the rush option. And we will let that go. I'm not too worried about it. If they want to swing 7 into our face, we're okay with that. They still need to use their stage effect, just filling up their trash even more. I think the Kuzan would have been really good to play into a Burgess, but I do understand using the removal. For me personally, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. This is a very interesting play. The 3 cost is mainly there for the trigger. KO up to one of your opponents cost 6 or lower, or return it to its owner's hand. It's gonna be red. Really, really good. The feet, easily to remove, get it off the board. They probably won't even swing into us, honestly. But if they don't, they do know we have the Goa Kingdom option, so maybe it is smart to swing into us, but who's to say here? I'm just a boy. But I think this Kid Killer's about to go crazy. We could 4, 7, we're on 8, we put 1 on lead. We make this a stronger attacker, I guess. I don't really know. Not too great there. Depends on if they take the simple 6. If they do, we're chilling. They discard a Shiryu for leader effect. We're gonna go ahead and clear out this Lafitte. The feet will be gone. We're gonna swing in. We're gonna go in for 6 here. See if they take or not. If they take, they're kind of cooked. I'm gonna tell you that now. If they take, they're cooked. And they don't want to be cooked. They don't take. I didn't think so. What we could do is ace, life the ace, make the Garp stronger, but that won't really do much, and then play out. We could also just play out 2 bodies on the board just to spam out the board and literally just choose not to swing. We could literally just do something like that. That's going to put us in a very safe spot, really just to go wide against our opponent. They're on 9 Dawn, so I definitely don't think that's a bad play. We have some rush options in hand, being these 2. Not this, because again, on plays, we've already talked about that. We've been over that class. Raise your hand if you were listening. See, if you raise your hand, you're weird because you're listening to some YouTube guy who doesn't know what he's talking about. Red, yellow, Sabo. Don't know it. They do play some removal here, so they finally put down a finger pistol, removing our kid killer. Maybe it was worth getting value now, maybe it wasn't, because I didn't really want to counter out too much, because I only have one card to really counter out with. So they go ahead and Kuzan effect again. They play out the third Shiryu, popping our Sanji, basically just trying to hurt us even more. And they may just continue to choose not to swing, just not to give us the more rush options. But little do they know, we have more rush options. So I'm really not too stressed about it. Right here, we can literally go 5, 6, and then play out a 5-cost ace, and then say, what are you gonna do now? Then I can life my ace, add it to the top, do all that, and it never stops. So, hey, I am cool with whatever. They choose not to swing, that's fine with me. We're gonna go ahead and play out, this is how you do this, right? We're gonna swing in for 6. This is difficult here. Swing in for 6, right? They take. So now we're going to swing in for, no, because we want the Luffy on top just in case we top deck something crazy. Now we're gonna swing in for 7, correct? And then we're going to play out Kid Killer, use the effect to add this to the top, make this a 9k swing. We kind of cooked. We kind of just cooked right there. They also did not use their Hachinosu. They grab another Teach. They probably have 3 Teaches in hand now. I'm assuming at least 2. I would assume at least 2 Teaches. So we know this Kid Killer's not going to be able to swing next turn. It is what it is. But if they really remove their hand here from 1 for leader effect, we'll know the math of what's in their hand. We know they have at least 2 Teaches in hand. So 2 brick, leader effect, so 3 cards. They'll only have 3 cards left after that, depending on what they play. Oh, and they play a card, so well, that would be one of the bricks that we were assuming is in their hand. GG's to our opponent. They had almost exactly what we said. That's wild. They did have the 2 bricks, the 2 Martial D teaches. They were going to play 1 down. They would have still had the 2 bricks, and then would have only had 3k counters. We would have just dropped this Luffy and ran them over. What was in our life? Let's check that out. We had Kuma, Karasu, Koala, and some Luffy. GG's to our opponent. Hey, the Blackbeard matchup is easy. The last game, which we've just seen go crazy, they choose to go second. Interesting, so they want to take us off curve. So we're going to go ahead and play this down. Should have grabbed the ace because we do already have the ace in hand, but that's going to be all right. I don't think they're going to be too aggressive for us to really get down for the ace too quickly. So they're going to play down the limb. The limb is going to restand itself. Yep, we did know that was going to happen. We're going to go ahead and play this down, and now we got a Luffy. Let's get it. Swinging for 5. We're going to have some fun options later on. They shouldn't have too much removal for what they're going to be at just yet. We'll play down the Luffy, and if they do have the removal, oh well. If they don't, hey. So we should be chilling either way. They're going to tap the 3 to play out a limb, getting to search the top 3 cards of their deck and ramp it on through their leader effect. Then probably swing into our leader effect or our leader in for 6. We're going to probably take aggressively. I think that's what you do with this deck. And I think that's what we're learning. So take, no trigger. Kind of interesting. This limb will actually restand this limb, which is kind of cool. So that's going to be 2 active characters for him. Not too much aggression we can put on because of it. And what we could do is we could either play down the blocker just to get a nice little block out later. We could go ahead and play down the Luffy, swinging for 7, 2, 1, 8. So we could go 7. No, because then we don't really have another option. We could do that next turn to play out the Luffy. We could also ace. We could play down ace now, right? Not get any effect out of it, just swing in for 5. And then next turn, no, I like having the Sanji on the board, I think. Does that mean we're just going to swing in for 7? It looks like it. So we're going to swing in for 7 here. Sorry, this deck is very high skill ceiling, so not something I should be playing right now. We're going to play out the Sanji. They're going to have 8 cards in hand. It's going to be really good for what they're trying to do, but I'm assuming this is the aggro deck list and not the 9 cost to just dump a bunch of big, scary monsters on us. So that's going to be also pretty good. Played on Doflamingo. That's going to be a great blocker for them to have, a 6k blocker. Going to be very annoying as well. What they can do now is play out Limb. So now Limb will restand itself from its secondary or its final effect. Doflamingo will then stand itself up from its final effect, and then this Limb will stand up this Limb from its final effect, meaning all of their characters will be active. So we just have to aggro them down here and punish what they're trying to do. Now 6 at face, I think we can probably take. We should be good to take here. We get down, this is the better Luffy. This is what I wanted anyway, so I'm glad we took. We're gonna give him a 2k flampe, call it a day. Now they should do this in the right way. Oh, bars. 8 right here, so restand itself, and then this Limb restands this Limb. Perfect. Great job right there. Good job by our opponent. So if we play this down, what we can do is swing in for 6, swing in for 7, swing in for 7, swing in for 8. So we're swinging for 6 first, just to see what we can do. Then we're going to swing in for the 7, and then, oh my gosh, this is about to be crazy. So now we're going to swing in for 7. It's going to be very nice. Then what we're going to do, oh, we misplayed. We did misplay. Because now what we can do is pop this, return to the top of our deck, give plus 2,000 to Garp, or because we could go 2 on Luffy. What we could do also is go 2k on Garp, And then that's a 5. We could go, now since he got rid of the blocker, we can go 5 just to get a card out of hand. And then we can go 7 and then 8. Definitely misplayed there, but it is what it is. Now we go 7 and then 8. We could have also gone 6 and 6, but we're kind of with where we went because we're going to get a lot of cards out of hand here. If he takes a 7, he's kind of cooked. So it's going to force him to counter out aggressively, or them to counter out aggressively, I should say. And we still have great rush options in hand and a ton of counters. So if they do go for lethal, we should be okay. We're going to pass the turn here. We have a 4K Garp, which is cool, I guess. But what we could have done is actually made the Sanji a 7K or an 8K and just put on more aggression. But they took the Sanji swing anyway. So I guess maybe, no, they blocked out of the Sanji swing. Wow, that's interesting. Playing down Shanks for 9 to KO a Luffy, I don't think that's worth it, personally, but we're going to draw an extra card. Sure, I'll draw 1. Sounds good to me. I would love to continue to filter through my deck. They're going to go 5 into nothing. They could swing into the Garp just to clear it, I guess. We're going to let it go. I'm not too stressed about losing the Garp, to be honest. We should just... They don't have a blocker, do they? We're going to let that go as well. Interesting. So these stand up themselves. Can we not just go 14 in face? Then if we don't win, do we lose? I don't think so. I think we just win. I literally think we just win. If they can counter out, I think we still just don't lose. Jeez, hey, that's easy win. Hey, great way to end off the video right there if you ask me, dude. Red Yellow Sabo's fun. I get it now. I get why people play this deck. This deck is actually really enjoyable. You get to just mess around. It's nice, though, to just be able to relax and just have fun in this video rather than how competitive it has been. I love playing competitive, but man, it can get taxing if you continue to do it for hours on hours on hours. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's deck profile and gameplay. If you joined the Discord down below, or join the Discord down below, if you like the video, like and subscribe. And if you like hearing me talk, leave a comment and let me know what you like me talking about. If you have a certain deck you want to see, or you have a fun idea, or you want to do some kind of extra thing, I have a lot of ideas, but not too many I'm working on right now, so I would love to have more ideas for content other than just One Piece sim stuff. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. I love you, mama. Peace.